Listen, I know we haven't even made it to Halloween yet, but doesn't the thought of twinkly lights, snow, and festive garland fill your heart with so much joy? And if you can't wait to get a jump on the holiday season, the Tacoma Holiday Festival is right around the corner. And here to help us get in the mood is Kellie Phelan from The Works Seattle.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much, first of all, for having our studio smell so delicious this morning. So for someone that has never heard of wreath making, what can you tell us about, some tips with it?
Yeah, it's actually a relatively simple process.
Okay,
so my first
love that.
tip is you want to trim off the branches off your greenery. So this is Douglas fir. You're working with noble fir, so you're just going to go through and give this guy a little haircut. What we want after we're finished clipping,
all these long ones?
Yep. What we want after we're finished clipping is what we affectionately...
Is this on child lock for me, Kellie? What's happening? The drama this morning. Okay, we're off to a great start.
So what we want after we're finished clipping is what we affectionately refer to at my shop as the wreath bone.
Oh.
So this is going in the compost.
You did that. Okay.
And all the rest of this, we're going to form into little mini bouquets. So this is my next tip to make a beautiful wreath.
And why is right now, when it does seem kind of early to be making a wreath, why is this the best time to get started?
Because you can do it without the stress and pressure of the holidays. You can you can get really creative, you can really lean into the season, and then you can enjoy it.
Okay, yes. I'm just going to be here all day trimming, so keep going with your next.
And the smell is no joke.
It is phenomenal.
So then you can do this however you choose, but I have layered a piece of noble fir, which has some nice structure, with a piece of Douglas fir, with a little accent of juniper and statice into like a little miniature bouquet.
And here's my cute little bundle that
you have noble, Doug, and bay. And we have these wreaths kind of already in process. So we've attached the floral wire, that's this.
Okay.
And all you need to do is place this little bouquet onto the frame and wrap around it like 3 times snugly.
Okay.
And then repeat
repeat
all the way to the end. You're not going to trim your wire or anything until you are finished with your wreath.
And if somebody is worried about this potentially drying out, is there any tips that you have for how to keep it not looking all shriveled up?
So I'm typically like, wreaths love the Pacific Northwest weather, but the weather has been kind of unseasonably warm.
True.
So my tip on this is if you have an outside door and you're getting the rain and all the elements on it, the wreath will be happy. It will last for basically until you're over it.
Wow.
If you're going to hang it inside or in the month of October when it's 70 degrees and sunny, you could just mist it.
Okay.
Until the more seasonable weather returns.
That's such a pro tip. I love that. And where would you recommend people finding greenery, or is there a specific, you said there's a lot of different types that you have here on the Douglas fir and so forth. So.
Right. My best tip on that is to go to a Christmas tree farm and just ask them. Wow. They will most likely have all kinds of clippings around the grounds, and they typically are just like, please take them away. Take them on the house.
That is so great. And you're kind of like reusing something special, and that's a good story with it. And so if also somebody, let's say, has like a frame from last year, can you reuse the same frame, or would you need to get a whole new one?
Yes. In fact, I like to tell people everything on here is compostable except for the wire and the frame. Wow. And so I would disassemble this when you're done with it and compost the greens and save the frame. This becomes a holiday tradition. And then next year, you already know what to do if you come to a class at the Works. And so next year, you can do it yourself. You can go to the Christmas tree farm or maybe go on a hike and do some foraging and come and make a beautiful wreath with just this frame and some floral wire.
That is so incredible. Okay, so once you keep adding and adding, then you have some fun accessories over here, right?
So I have 3 little bells. And I have 3 pine cones. We also offer oranges and anise and a whole bunch of options when you're with us in class. So to
talk about that, you have a DIY holiday wreath making class, is that right?
Yes, we have many.
Okay.
In fact, you can find us later this month at the Tacoma Holiday Festival. We'll be selling our DIY kits and instructing 3 different wreath classes. And then we also offer tons and tons of different wreath classes at our shop in Fremont.
So awesome. Local, we love it. And who doesn't love like a community DIY like arts and crafts class? I don't know. I don't feel like I've been to one of those since I was really little. And
Right.
It's so exciting that you have it for adults.
So all you need to do is string the wire through there.
Okay.
You're just going to twist it like a bread twist tie.
Okay, that
And
I
then
can do.
your wreath is unfinished, but you could, when you're finished, like with this, which
Yeah,
is
show
this,
your final
which
product.
is this
That is
baby.
stunning.
So this one we elected to do 2 wreaths and a bow. It's got some juniper berries on it, and it was all built through this exact method.
Wow, so exciting. Have you been to the Tacoma Holiday Festival
No,
before?
this is our first year.
Oh my goodness, so exciting. And so tell us again where they can find you and what you are going to be having there with the DIY kits.
We're going to have our DIY kits there. So these boxes contain all the materials for your project. All the projects are totally beginner friendly, foolproof. They come with a Spotify playlist, each of them that's like custom curated to set the mood. So yeah, this is just a sampling of some of our best sellers, but we have a big line of DIY kits that we'll be there with. And on Saturday of the Tacoma Holiday Festival, we'll be there teaching 3 different wreath classes.
You are so amazing. This is so much fun. I can see why it's kind of actually relaxing with my little
Right?
Spotify playlist. So thank you so much for being here, Kelly, and great name, obviously.
Thank you.
And don't miss the Tacoma Holiday Festival like we talked about. It runs October 24th through the 27th at the Tacoma Dome.